gefällt mir einfach nur Bombe.
Also ich habe heute die Ehre, unseren Preisträgerfilm vorzustellen. So, und wir zeichnen einen Film aus, der einen Gegenpol zu den Frauen- und Männerbildern darstellt, welche die konventionellen Medien uns propagieren. In unaufdringlichen Bildern wird eine sehr persönliche Geschichte mit tiefen Einblicken in die Gedankenwelt der Filmemacherin erzählt. Dabei gelingt es ihr, mit einer Mischung aus Nacherzählung und Inszenierung den Zuschauer nicht nur zum Beobachter werden zu lassen. Die traumähnliche Ästhetik des Films lässt das Geschehene zu einem eigenen Erinnerungsstück werden und schafft so ein neues Bewusstsein beim Zuschauer. Unser Preisträgerfilm macht Mut, eigene Wege zu gehen. Er gibt dem wichtigen Thema der Akzeptanz des eigenen Körpers Raum, einer Thematik, die im öffentlichen Diskurs meist vernachlässigt und tabuisiert wird. Uns hat überzeugt, dass diese Produktion Bezugspunkte für Zuschauer aller Altersstufen und Geschlechter hergibt und darüber hinaus zu persönlicher und gemeinsamer Auseinandersetzung mit dem Thema einlädt. Der Film bricht mit starren Stereotypen und leistet einen Diskussionsbeitrag zu Bildern gesellschaftlicher Heterogenität, auch und insbesondere im schülerischen Namen. Ich bitte jetzt Patrick Jostweg, den Preisträger, zu verkünden.
Also, die Grosse Klappe 2014 geht an Emilie Blichfeldt für How Do You Like My Hair? Wie gefallen dir meine Haare?
Herzlich willkommen, Emilie, und ich bitte auch gleichzeitig Marie Schreier auf die Bühne.
Ich spreche ein bisschen Deutsch, aber nicht zu viel. I just want to say that this is the best prize I've ever gotten. Like, this is amazing. It is not easy to make films, and it's not easy to make personal films, and it's even harder to make personal films about stuff that is really embarrassing and even political, I would say. But that young people like you guys understand what I'm doing, that you listen and you take my embarrassment, you take my hard work, and we say, we hear you, we feel the same thing. It's like, yeah, it just makes me want to do it even more. So thank you so much.
Da jeg var 15, så fikk jeg mensen. Jeg sluttet å vokse, og jeg begynte å få forme. Jeg este ut, som mora mi ville sagt det. Noen ville vel kanskje sagt at jeg var blitt en kvinne, men selv så følte jeg meg bare veldig, veldig mandig. Med en mørk, kraftig stemme og masse hår på leggene. Lenge så skammet jeg meg over hårene mine. De var bare så mørke, og det var bare så mange av dem. Så for litt over et halvt år siden så bestemte jeg meg for å slutte å barbere meg. Jeg ville tvinge meg selv til å akseptere kroppen min sånn som den faktisk ser ut. Jeg fløyte med at jeg trenger en mann som mer mann enn meg. Og så, for noen måneder siden, så møtte jeg en fyr. Eller...
For me, I don't make films to make films. I don't have this like, oh, let's make an action, you know. For me, the story comes first, and then the form follows. Okay. And with this story, I was having fun looking at my nose fetish thing, and saying like, this would be fun to have on a film. Like this, there's something there, which people don't talk about. And then I told this story of my little encounter with this nose guy to one of my friends. And I was really embarrassed when I told her, but like at the same time I was very happy it happened. And I had this feeling that if I could tell this story to more people, it would be good, because what I felt in that moment when I told her is that I didn't need to be ashamed anymore because she accepted it, and at the same time I think she felt that, okay, if she's that weird, I can be very weird. And by weird, I mean normal. So I really wanted this intimacy situation. We all are very curious about what's going on in the heads of the others, and that's one thing. And then I also think that this is a very a film that is missing in a way. We're talking a lot about body and body image, and there's like all these diets and even like normal newspapers, and it's everywhere, and we talk so much about it, but we don't really talk about it, you know. And all the films show this reality which we can't really. You were talking about it as well, the Hollywood aspect. You were talking about it, and it's not representing our world, and I think people like to see real people who they can actually say, like, I'm like that. You know? First of all, I think I made it for myself. It was like this feeling of, I need to tell the story or else I won't believe it myself. You know, I have to tell the story so I can, so I have to accept my body because I say it on the big screen, you know. So that was a part of it, but I think it's very important for youth, but it's also very important for grown-ups. And there's a lot of grown-ups kind of avoiding the questions in my film and would rather talk about me or youth. But I think grown-ups should come out as a good example and start accepting their bodies more, because not all of you do. And you're our role models. So please, watch this film and take it serious for yourself as well. I'm very interested in both. This film is going on both documentary and fictional. Some people say, like, I don't care if it's documentary, this is pure fiction because I don't believe it, which I find weird. Or they believe it, but I don't. Yeah, it's this weird mix, and there's still a discussion if it's a documentary or a fiction. So if you have any input on that. But I think it's really interesting. We're in this new age now, especially in Scandinavia, where we are not talking about fiction and documentary anymore because they're a part of each other. And we're talking about mise en scène, like staging something or observing something. And in the same movie, you can do both. In documentary, you can do both. In fiction, you can do both. And it's the way you make it that kind of, yeah, it's like this hybrid form. But I also think it's really important for youth to learn more about how you make films, so you can be aware of the techniques that are used when you see it, because films are so powerful.
Tatsächlich endet auch mit dem Filmgespräch Die Grosse Klappe 2014. Deshalb, ja, vielen Dank, Emilie. Vielen Dank den Gästen und den Förderern, dass Sie alle gekommen sind, dass ihr alle gekommen seid. Ja, das war die Grosse Klappe. Wir verabschieden uns.